Welcome to your AI video studio. You've probably already seen various AI-generated videos. Some made you laugh, others looked very professional. You may have even watched one without realizing it was created by AI. If that sounds familiar, you've come to the right place. In this guide, you'll dive into Veo, Google's AI video generator, and learn to create AI-generated videos yourself. Meet Veo. Veo is Google's latest AI video generation model that transforms simple text prompts or still images into polished video clips. Veo's strength is in its understanding of how light hits objects and creates shadows, how people and animals move naturally, how environments feel, rain, wind, sunshine, how sounds match what's happening on screen. This is why Veo is able to create videos that feel real, even when they're completely imagined. And the best part, you don't need any technical skills to use it. Veo becomes your creative partner. You bring vision and it handles the execution. For example, you could type, a golden retriever running through a field of wildflowers on a sunny day. And Veo will create a complete video. Here it is. Working with Veo. Veo is available through Gemini, Google's AI assistant. Turn it on by tapping Create Videos within the Tools section. Then simply type your prompt and let Veo do its work. That's it, no complex software or steep learning curve. Here it is. You described the basics, and Veo handled the cinematic details, the soft lighting, the drifting fog, the deer's natural movement, and the ambient bird sounds. Let's try another one, this time with a different mood. Look at the output. See how atmosphere changed with details like warm afternoon sunlight? This is what you'll learn in this guide. Different techniques of writing prompts to get the results you want. What Veo can create. So far, we've seen realistic scenes, but Veo's range goes much further. It can create virtually any visual style, realistic and cinematic, like the scenes you just made. Animated and cartoon, 2D, 3D, Pixar style, anime. Artistic and stylized, watercolor, sketch, vintage film. Funny and playful, perfect for memes and lighthearted content. Let's see the same basic idea in two completely different styles. Take a look at the video below. Prompt, a dog chasing its tail in a backyard. Style, realistic, natural lighting. Now see how one detail changes the result. A dog chasing its tail in a backyard. Style, colorful 2D cartoon animation. Why do you think specifying a style is important when prompting Veo? Style The journey ahead. Style is an exciting tool, and there are many more you'll learn to master. Throughout this guide, you'll discover how to direct Veo like a filmmaker, controlling not just what appears, but how it looks, moves, and sounds. What's next? You've seen what Veo can do with simple prompts. In the next lesson, you'll go deeper into video prompting and learn what separates flat results from dynamic, engaging clips. See you there! The director's script. You've seen how simple prompts transform into videos. Now let's look at how to actually build them. In this lesson, you'll learn the formula that separates good prompts from great ones. Let's dive in. The common mistake. When most people first try Veo, they type something simple, like a cat in the garden. And Veo creates an aimless video. A cat appears, but there's no control over the result. The cat might sit, stand, or walk randomly. The camera angle is unpredictable. The lighting could go anywhere. Why do you think such simple prompts produce unfocused results? Veo doesn't understand animal subjects well. Veo requires at least 3 sentences to work properly. The prompt lacks direction, no action, setting, or camera guidance. Simple description prompts are too short for Veo to process. So the problem here is that a cat in the garden isn't a direction, it's just a description. Think about it. If you hired a film crew and said, film a cat in the garden, they'd ask a dozen questions. What's the cat doing? Where is it? What's the lighting? How should we frame the shot? Veo needs the same information. The director's blueprint. Great video prompts follow a specific structure. Your blueprint that tells Veo exactly what to create. This is the formula. Camera shot, plus subject, plus action, plus setting, plus lighting. This order isn't random. It's designed to give Veo the most important information first. Why does order matter? Because Veo pays the most attention to words at the beginning of your prompt. If you start with a camera shot and subject, you lock in the foundation. If the details are vague, the whole video drifts off course. Now that you know all the components, you can see the difference in action. Let's try it. Look at how every element came together. Camera position, the subject's actions, the setting and lighting. It all feels real and sets the mood. This is how the blueprint works. Now that you know the formula, let's test your understanding of each component. We'll go through a few quick exercises to help you use them effectively. putting it all together. Now, it's your turn. Let's build a complete prompt using everything you've learned. Remember the formula: camera shot, plus subject, plus action, plus setting, plus lighting. Great! Every component plays its role. The tracking shot created dynamic movement, the action gave Veo something to animate, and the setting and lighting made it feel cinematic. This is how you go from a dog at the beach to a video that looks professionally shot. What's next? You now have a formula for building effective prompts. Next, we'll explore each component deeply. Camera movement. Great job on learning the director's blueprint. Now, let's add the element that separates amateur clips from cinematic footage: camera movement. In this lesson, you'll learn how to make your camera move with purpose. Why camera movement matters. Watch any movie or TV show closely. The camera is almost never completely still. It pans across landscapes, pushes toward a character's face during an emotional moment, and follows a hero running through the streets. This constant motion is intentional. It makes the video feel alive. What do you think camera movement does for your video? Guides the viewer's attention, creates energy, and makes scenes feel dynamic, makes videos generate faster in Veo, reveals information gradually, replaces the need for good lighting. Three essential camera movements. You don't need film school vocabulary to direct Veo's camera. 3 core movements will cover most of what you need. Pan. The camera rotates side to side or up and down. Dolly. The camera physically moves toward or away from the subject. Tracking shot. The camera follows a moving subject. Let's explore each one. Movement 1. Pan. A pan is when the camera rotates on a fixed point, like turning your head to look from left to right. Pans are perfect for revealing a wide landscape or location, following the action that moves horizontally, showing the scope of a scene. Common prompt phrases: pan left, pan right, slow pan across. Notice how the pan reveals the landscape gradually. Instead of showing everything at once, the movement creates a sense of discovery. That's how it works. It lets viewers explore the scene. Movement 2. Dolly. A dolly shot is when the camera physically moves toward or away from the subject, like walking closer to someone or stepping back. Dolly in, moving toward the subject, creates intimacy, tension, or focus. Dolly out, moving away from the subject, reveals context, creates distance. Common prompt phrases: dolly in, dolly out. Slow push toward, camera pulls back. The dolly in transforms a simple scene into an emotional moment. You can see. Movement 3. Tracking shot. A tracking shot is when the camera follows a moving subject, moving alongside them, behind them, or in front of them. Tracking shots are perfect for action sequences, chasing, running, walking, following a character through a space, creating a sense of journey or momentum. Common prompt phrases: tracking shot, follow shot, camera follows, moving alongside. The tracking shot keeps us with the cyclist, sharing the momentum and energy. This is what makes tracking shots immersive. Choosing the right movement. Each camera movement serves a different purpose. Choosing the right one depends on what you want the viewer to feel or see. Also, remember the shot types you learned earlier? You can also combine them with movements. For example, a close-up, dolly in a wide tracking shot. The more precise your instructions, the more cinematic your results. What's next? You can now frame your... Setting the mood with light. In the previous lesson, you learned to move the camera with intention, but there is another element that creates atmosphere and shapes how every scene feels: lighting. So in this lesson, you'll learn how to use it to set the mood in each of your videos. Think about your favorite movie scenes. Chances are, the lighting played a huge role in how they made you feel. A horror scene lit by flickering candlelight. A romance at golden sunset. A thriller with harsh shadows cutting across a face. Lighting tells viewers how to feel before a single word is spoken. When you don't specify lighting in your prompts, Veo opts for neutral and flat scenes, evenly lit, no shadows or atmosphere. Think of the difference between a professional photograph and a quick phone snapshot. The subject might be the same, but the feeling is completely different. What's the key principle for lighting in your prompts? Be specific and name the light source. Only describe lighting for outdoor scenes. Use words like bright or dark to describe lighting. Let Veo decide the lighting automatically. When you name the light source, a window, a campfire, or a neon sign, Veo understands how shadows should fall and how the scene should glow. Without it, lighting can flicker or feel artificial. Now, let's explore the main lighting types you'll use most often. Look how the golden light transforms a simple walk in the city into a romantic scene. Lighting type 2. Soft window light. Soft window light is a natural light that produces gentle shadows and smooth transitions. Soft window light creates a cozy, calm, and intimate mood. Natural, emotionally safe atmosphere. Depth without drama. Prompt phrases. Soft window light. Natural light from a window. Diffused daylight. Morning light through curtains. The soft window light makes this scene feel like a quiet, personal moment, and not a staged shot. This lighting type is perfect for intimate, authentic feeling content. Lighting type 3. Cinematic lighting. Cinematic lighting uses dramatic contrasts between light and shadow, what filmmakers call chiaroscuro. Cinematic lighting creates a sense of drama and tension, professional, film-like look, strong visual contrast that draws the viewer's eye. Prompt phrases. Cinematic lighting, dramatic shadows, high contrast lighting, film noir lighting. See? The dramatic shadows make this scene feel like a thriller or crime story. Cinematic lighting is your tool for drama and visual sophistication. Lighting type 4. Neon and artificial light. Neon and artificial lighting use man-made light sources, such as neon signs, streetlights, screens, and LED lights. Neon artificial light creates urban, contemporary vibes, vibrant color and energy. Moody, stylized aesthetics, think cyberpunk or electronic music videos. Prompt phrases. Neon lights, city lights, illuminated by a neon sign, glowing screens, LED lighting. The neon lights give this scene a vibrant character, in sync with the city's energy. Imagine the same musician in golden hour light, it would feel entirely different. That's why setting the right light is so important. Choosing the right lighting. Each lighting type creates a different emotional response. Choosing the right one means asking, how do I want viewers to feel? Remember, you can also combine lighting with everything else you've learned to give Veo specific direction. For example, a close-up dolly-in with soft window light, a wide tracking shot at golden hour. The more intentional you are, the more polished your results become. In Unit 2, we'll go further, directing sound, maintaining character consistency, controlling start and end frames, extending videos, and putting everything together for real-world use. Let's keep going. Bringing photos to life. Welcome to Unit 2. You've learned the essentials of video generation, and now, time to explore advanced techniques. In this lesson, you'll learn how to transform still images into moving videos. Let's start. From still to motion. Have you ever had an image you wanted to bring to life? It can be a family photo, an old memory, or a shot of a product you like. Veo can do exactly that. It doesn't just generate videos from scratch, but also animates existing images, adds natural movement, and creates dynamic clips. The process is simple. Upload your image, add a prompt describing the motion you want, let Veo animate it. Let's see how it works. Starting simple. Imagine you're creating a video greeting for your friend's birthday. You have a photo of yourself at a scenic mountain overlook and want to make it feel personal and warm. Look at the result.
Happy birthday! I hope you have a fantastic day.
And all you did was uploaded an image, described how it should move, and watched Veo handle the animation. Simple as that. Also, it's often faster and more precise. When you already have the perfect composition, lighting, or subject in a photo, animating it gives you exactly what you want, without multiple attempts at generation. When animating landscapes, environments, or establishing shots, camera motion adds depth and energy. Remember, techniques like pan, dolly, and tracking also work with image to video. Let's try it with this image. See how camera movement affects the result? A simple pet photo now feels like fun, shareable content, perfect for social media or just making people smile. This technique. Animating memories. One of the most powerful uses of image to video is bringing old photos to life. Family archives, historical images, or moments captured long ago. This requires a slightly different approach. You want to add motion while preserving a photo's authenticity. Notice the phrase maintaining vintage photograph grain and texture? That instruction tells Veo to preserve the photo's authentic character. Without it, Veo might modernize the image, smoothing textures or changing contrast, which can erase what makes the photo meaningful. Professional applications. Image to video isn't limited to animating family. It's also effective for business and marketing. Product photos become dynamic social media content. Headshots gain depth for testimonials. Real estate photos turn into virtual tours. Brand visuals feel more alive. The same image to video logic applies, whether you're animating memories or marketing assets. Subtle motion, clear camera direction, and appropriate lighting produce great results. Great work! You now understand how to animate images, whether it's a birthday greeting, a pet video, a cherished memory, or professional content. What's next? In the next lesson, you'll learn how to control the audio in your videos, adding dialogue, sound effects, and ambient sound to complete the experience. You're building real control now. Keep up the good work. Directing the sound. So far, you've learned to work with visuals, but there's another dimension that affects your final result: sound. In this lesson, you'll learn how to direct the audio in your videos, from ambient noise to spoken dialogue, instead of leaving those decisions to Veo. Why sound matters. Until now, Veo has generated audio automatically for every video you created. However, you can direct the audio yourself and control the mood, realism, and emotional impact. Why do you think directing audio is important, instead of letting Veo decide? Veo doesn't generate audio without instructions. Directed audio makes videos render faster. Audio direction is only necessary for dialogue scenes. It ensures the audio matches the specific mood and setting you want. Think about memorable movie scenes: rain hitting a window, distant thunder, a door slowly creaking open. These sounds create atmosphere and emotion just as much as visuals. And you can design it in Veo. How to direct audio. Directing sound in Veo works the same way as directing visuals. You describe what you want in the prompt. The format is straightforward. Add phrases like ambient noise, description, FX, specific sound effect, subject, says, phrase. Let's break down each type. Sound type 1, ambient noise. Ambient noise is the background sound that fills a space. The hum of an office, birds chirping in a forest, distant traffic on a city street. Ambient sound tells viewers where they are, before they consciously process the visuals. What happens when you don't specify ambient noise in your prompt? Veo adds generic background noise that might not fit your scene. The video takes longer to generate. Veo automatically chooses the perfect ambient sound. The video generates without audio. To control ambient sound, use this prompt: ambient noise, specific sound. Great! See how the ambient sound completes the scene? Sound type 2, sound effects, SFX. Sound effects are specific, noticeable sounds tied to actions. A door closing, footsteps on gravel, wind rustling leaves, a car engine starting. SFX adds realism to your video. The sound details place the viewer inside the moment. The footsteps, the breathing, the environment, all working together. This is perfect for product demos, action sequences, or any scene where specific sounds matter. Sound type 3, dialogue. Remember creating a birthday greeting in the previous lesson? It was actually done with the dialogue technique, but instead of loosely suggesting speech, you can control the exact words that will be said. Here we did one more thing: combine the dialogue with ambient noise.
Don't worry, mistakes are okay. Believe in yourself.
This approach is the most effective because videos often combine multiple audio elements. For example, ambient noise for atmosphere, SFX for specific actions, and dialogue when appropriate. You can layer these in a single prompt, just like you layer visual elements. See, each sound plays a role. The dialogue communicates welcome, the door creak adds realism, and the rain sets the atmosphere. This is how you create a complete experience, by directing every layer of the video.
Come in, it's cold out there.
What's next? You now know how to control both the visual and sound. Next, you'll learn how to maintain character consistency across multiple videos. See you there.